Good morning, Bravehearts. So this is day what?
7?
No, it's day 7, yes. It's day 7, tomorrow's day 8, and that's it for the 9-day course. How are we on course?
Yes.
We're on course, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just tweaking and tuning today, right? Okay. So what we're doing right now is we're going, remember everybody was working on their what? Braveheart Hero Contract. And when you do a Braveheart Hero Contract for 33 days, first of all, your contract is written in a way that I have unconditional love for myself and I am deserving of everything. What would my world look like? Where would I wake up to? What would my world look like? What would it feel like? What would it taste like? What would it vibrate like? Now understand something. You've been lied to about everything. And I didn't say everything was a total lie. I said you've been lied about everything. They always put a golden thread of truth into everything. And then they make sure that they give you so many things to think about that you're not focused, yes or no?
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about healthcare or finances, it's all about that. And I got to tell you, whether people want to believe it or not, I'm totally focused. They have not ruled, schooled, or fooled me anymore, and I will not be. I am totally logical. It makes me highly intelligent. And until you're logical, you will not be intelligent until you have unconditional love for yourself and know that what created the universe will give you everything you want if you did the homework. And all you have to do is one basic thing, and most people won't do it. Even the people that are coming on and listen to me online when I come on, they won't do it. They won't do it. Because they have been so beaten up that they don't even know it, because everybody that they live with, hang around with, go to work with are beaten up. And that's the truth. And guess what? I'm at a point right now that I love them anyway because I don't care what they think, because most people are never going to think past that. Most people would love, they have so many desires, but they don't deserve it. And they don't even know it. But that the non-deserving is so far back here. And we're just talking about that. I mean, with your Braveheart Hero Contract, you're allowed everything you want. And the reality is, the reason why you have to do it in the morning and at night for 33 days is because they call it an ego. And guess what? I don't care. I want any psychologist, any psychiatrist, or any kind of emotional whole life coach out there that thinks they know what they're doing. Show me an ego. Ego does not exist. It's bull, you know what. There's no such thing as an ego. There's such thing as lack of confidence. There's such thing of lack of value. There's such thing as negative emotions. That's it. Oh my God, she's such a snob. She thinks she's so good. Well, if you actually knew, she doesn't think she's a snob. She's not a snob. She has very little value. And this is her act so she can get through the day. Oh my God, he's such a bully. He bullies everyone. Well, that's because he has no control at home. He has no control of his life, so he tries to control everyone else. Oh my God, Daryl, if you could just kill your ego. You know, people actually believe I have an ego. I have no ego. I'll tell you what I have. I have faith in me. I have faith in my Creator. And guess what? I'm good at what I do. Find your passion, find your purpose, and let people know what you're really good at. You won't even tell people what you're good at. Oh, because if you did, guess what? You would be what? You'd be feeding your ego that doesn't exist. Everything is a play on you to make sure that you're never successful. I don't care if you believe me or not, it's the truth. Why aren't you successful then? Oh, because you wouldn't want to tell people, right, that you're really good at something. Well, guess what? I live in Zihuatanejo, Ixtapa, okay? And I also live in Puerto Rico, and I also live in Texas. And everywhere I go, I want to know that carpenter says he's the best. That plumber, he's the best around. I want to have the best of the best, and I want people to tell me that they are the best and then show me. That's what I want in my life. What do you want in your life? I want somebody that's confident enough that they'll guarantee their work. I guarantee my work. I don't see other health practitioners doing it. Do I guarantee my work? I guarantee my courses. I guarantee my treatments. I guarantee my products as much as I can. The thing is, my products are not cheap to make because they're the real thing. They're not some McCoy. But understand something. I'm going to come right back to this. There's no such thing as an ego. So you go ahead. You show me an ego and try to kill it. And then when you're done, why don't you show me a virus that can jump 1 inch? So you're all just getting full of BS, okay? Dysfunctional belief systems, right? And that's just like this. The greatest secret is that healthcare is a fraud. The whole thing's a fraud. And understand, if anybody were to just calm down, sit down, and breathe and relax and go, okay, let's take a look at it. Medical system came in at 1910. That's when the AMA came in. And they almost went bankrupt because they were called quacks. Now, but today I'm the quack. I'm the snake oil salesman. I don't give a shit. Okay, I've been attacked by my government 3 times. They tried to destroy my business, my finances, and everything else. The last time they came out, the last story was the best one. But you know what? They're done now. They dumped over $200,000 into trying to get me this time. They couldn't do it. And guess what? If I did not know how the system was, if I did not understand the majority of the population has and is very confused, but love them anyway. And that's the way the system is. But the reality is healthcare is a fraud. It's a fraud. And even take a look at all the natural healthcare practitioners. What's their success like? It's not that good, is it? Because your success is never going to be that good until you're successful with yourself. You know as well as I do that you're a better practitioner today than you were a few months ago. And that in a few months from now, you'll be a better practitioner because you are living in more honor and respect of yourself. And now, you know that you're going to become a good practitioner because you don't need to go out there and try to prove you're a good practitioner, because you don't need to prove anything to anyone. And as soon as that you unconditionally love and care for yourself and you understand the basic rules of what real health is, and did you learn them here? I don't care. I will have any medical doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist, chiropractor, anybody, nurse, they've all come to take my course, okay? Oncologist, they've all done it. I'm up for the challenge. The reality is there's no logic in healthcare. There's not one bit of logic in healthcare. And understand something, 99 out of 100 even natural healthcare people, they play hobby health. We have to bring the thunder down. If you don't understand that the human body is an electrical, magnetic, vibrational system, and that it's all about electricity and it's all about light, it's all about frequency. It's not about anything else. And then guess what? We got chiropractors by the thousands that don't even know what to do with scar tissue, and they keep on trying to push the joint back in, but it pops out because the tendon, the ligament, the muscle gets dehydrated through inflammation from anxiety. And none of them really know this. They know it a little bit, but they don't know how to put it together. They don't know how to take a tumor and make it disappear. They don't know how to take scar tissue and make it into beautiful connective tissue right before your eyes. I do. That's not arrogance. If you can prove something, that you can do something, is that arrogant? No. You should let the world know. So when I go to let the world know that we'll give you a money-back guarantee that you're going to get rid of that cane, you're going to get rid of that walker, you're going to get out of that wheelchair, you're not going to have to wear those Depends because you're dripping in your underwear or pooping in your, okay? Or that you don't need to go to surgery. You know, people think I'm arrogant. Why do you think we give a money-back guarantee on our work? But then guess what? Then now I'm a snake salesman and I'll do anything to take people's money. But the reality is what people don't get is we get the leftovers. Because nobody's going to come to me because I'm a quack, right? I'm not even a real doctor. I'm just a fraud. So the reality is they're going to go drug themselves, they're going to do surgery, they're going to do everything else. They're going to keep on doing what everybody else is doing, getting the same results. Oh yeah, if everybody's so damn good, then why is everybody so damn sick? Okay? Why is it that the people that come to me that actually can hold the line, or they're not going to have their husband go, you're wasting your money, when we've got free health care, when nothing's free? And anything that was free, and we know that everybody's being sold off by the pound anyways, aren't they? Oh yeah, if we're so good, then why is it that in the 1900s, there was very few people that had cancer? When somebody would have cancer around the turn of the century, they would call doctors from 200 miles away and come say, take a look at this, because you'll never see it again. And we had juvenile diabetes, but we never had adult onset diabetes. Now we have adult onset diabetes, and adult onset diabetes is type 2 diabetes. And guess what? 6-year-olds are getting diabetes now. 6-year-old, because they have an inflamed liver. Okay? And because their pancreas got beat up so badly, because all there is just sugar and flour and chemicals in the house. Okay? Because parents are so easy to brainwash. You know, people wonder why I talk like this. It's only a few months before they find out why. The majority of the population is going to find out it's never had control of its finances, never had control of its health, never had control of anything of its life. It was herded around just a bunch of cattle and then sent to the butcher to be chopped up. And that's what's going on. But because all the cattle are going to the butcher and being chopped up, everybody thinks it's just normal. Everybody thinks it's normal to have all this surgery, to be on all these drugs. Everybody thinks it's normal to be overweight or underweight, that you can't gain weight. Everybody thinks it's normal that you just lose your crap all the time and you hate yourself and you hate your family. Everything is just so bloody confusing to everyone. This is a slave planet. Until you want to wake up and understand something. I don't care how far back you want to go. How far back do you want to go? It's all fairy tales and bullshit. I would like every one of you, okay, tomorrow morning when we come in, I want you to tell me the fairy tale that you were told that happened thousands of years ago, okay, and that you live by. And then guess what? I will send you somewhere, and I will send you to a historian, not one, but I'll send you to the 10 top historians in the world to prove that you live off a fairy tale. How's that? Oh, you wouldn't want me to do it, would you? You know, it's just like everybody, you know. They invest into these fairy tales, right? Look at how many people get cancer, and then they watch the chemo, they watch the radiation, they watch the drugs, they watch the surgery, and then when they get it, they go and they do the same thing as everybody else. You're no more than a cow. Where is your enlightenment? Where is it? Where's the enlightenment here? Where is it? I'm not angry, I'm not frustrated. When I say this, I put myself on the line, because right now I don't even want to look at this stuff, because right now online I'm getting bad mouth, guaranteed. And it's going to continue, but I'm just going to continue talking like this. Because guess what? There's people out there that go, you know what? He's almost absolutely right. Because I don't want anybody to ever say I'm totally right, because that means you don't have a mind of your own. Nobody can ever say that, you know, people will come on and go, Dr. Wolf, you're 85% right. Well, that's great, but why do I need to know the percentage? I'm not you. You know, you were raised by different parents, you went to different schools, you got a different religion, so why would you ever match up to me? We're never gonna, I don't want you to be me, Tim. I don't want Grace, you to be me. I don't want you to be me at all. This course was only supposed to help you find you, and you were supposed to go out there and finish this story, a hero story. You're supposed to go out and do your story, not my story. What did you say, Trish? I just want to be the best practitioner I can and shine my light. What did I tell you? I said, don't. You shine your light for you and no one else. You'll be sharing it when you go out there. If you go out and you share your light with everyone, by the end of the day, you might be successful, but you're drained. Your light is electricity. Electricity runs your cells. You don't have to give anything away. You are the gift. Look what you're learning. When you start your practice or when you guys open up your clinic, guess what? You don't need to give anything away. Give your information away. Give the strategies away. Okay? Give what? You're not giving anything away. Share your vibration. Share your story. We've all been there. We've all been there. Everybody has a similar story. Every one of us says, you don't understand my life. You don't understand how bad it was. Oh, everybody had a bad life here because our parents were adulterated and poisoned. And they did the best they could. But we're not doing it anymore, are we? We're not doing this stuff anymore. We know, okay, that it's up to us. And we know we have to return back to nature. And we have to return back to that real, true power called unconditional, universal love. There's no God that's judging us or came down from the mountain and gave us a bunch of rules and make us feel bad. But you go ahead and believe that. You go ahead and you just do that. Okay? I don't need any rules. And I don't need any regulations, and I don't need any medical care. Why would anybody want medical care? Why would anybody want insurance, medical insurance? Do you know why people get medical insurance? Because they know they're going to get sick. Well, guess what? I know that I'm not going to get sick because I'm not sick. Did you get that? People say, well, do you have insurance? Why would I need insurance for? I'm awake. I know how to feed myself, love myself, care for myself. Nobody's ever going to stick a knife into me. I'll never need surgery. I'll never have a disease. I will never have a disease. I will never have a disease because I'm always at ease because I love myself. And everybody goes, well, I love myself too. And they don't even know what that is because hardly anybody loves themselves. Everybody is looking for love in the wrong places. They should be going to the God spot in their heart. And then they should be filling their heart up and knowing that which is called God that created the whole universe. What do you think? It sits around judging you? Please. Are we over this yet? As long as we can get people to think that they're being judged, they'll always be sick. And as long as they're sick, they'll need drugs to numb themselves out because they're never going to be worthy enough. And then when you numb yourself out, you numb out your pain, you numb out your pain and you numb out your inflammation, right? Yes or no? Yes. So, but guess what? The inflammation and the pain are still going on in the body. That's why anybody that goes on drugs eventually has to have surgery to cut out that part of the body that they actually said, I can't take it anymore. So now you numb that part of your body out. It's called gut-brain disconnection. And with inflammation, inflame, you put the burger on the burner, even if it's on low, what's going to be? It's going to be beef jerky. Then you're going to have hip replacement, you're going to have spinal surgery, you're going to have a fibroid in your breast, a fibroid in your pelvis, and none of this has to happen. And if you do have one, you can reverse it. I worked on how many people yesterday? And we turned things around that you had for years, yes or no?
Yeah.
And we turned them around in what? With a cell-sonic and non-surgical, how long did it take me? 20 minutes to a half an hour? Mm-hmm. Each person, we turned them around. Whether it was a low back problem, whether it was a hearing problem, okay? That's the deal. That's the deal. Everything can be turned around, but you're not supposed to know about it. Remember something. The only way that these psychos can get their way is to keep you sick, emotionally first, and then physically second. Why do I talk like I do? Do you know? I'm trying to give you some bravery. Oh my God, with his big mouth? Oh, maybe I could just stand up for myself a little bit. If they're going to kill anyone, it'll be him first. So once he's gone, You know, at least he's my litmus paper test. So I'm actually doing this for you. You do know that, right? Because the reality is I don't need to get on here and just go blah, blah, blah. I do this to help. I do this, and that's my gift to the world, to show that, guess what? I'm not scared. They're not after me. They're after you, the low-hanging fruit, the people that believe you don't deserve to be loved, the people that believe that it's hard to make money. I'm just trying to pay my bills. You that believes that you have no control over your body, that it's genetics when it's actually epigenetics. You that believe that I just can't take it anymore and I've got to numb out my spirit, so I'm going to take their drugs. You that believes, guess what? That the more pieces I cut out of my body that I hate, the more I'll love myself. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? How many people out there believe that if I just get something cut out every 2 to 3 years, I might live forever? Or maybe if I cut enough out, maybe I'll love myself. So when I ask you, what is your Braveheart hero contract? You're not going to tell me to learn the 12 loving steps, to have a perfect day. No, you're going to tell me what you want. What does your life look like? Right? I told you, I'm going to purchase a house. It's going to have a beautiful view of the mountains, okay, of the water, okay? I'm going to build a pickleball court in the yard. It's going to have a pool, so I'm going to get all hot and sweaty at the end of the day and then jump in my pool and watch the sunset. I told you I want to live where I don't have to wear shoes, which I don't. Every restaurant I go to, the supermarket, I don't wear shoes around. I couldn't do that in Canada. Okay? Everybody's paranoid schizophrenic, right? Everybody knows me here in Zihuatanego. There he comes. The doctor with no shoes. Why? Because I know that I want to be grounded. I don't care what you think. Oh, he's a monkey. Okay? You should see when we were running the Ixtapa Palace and we'd have somebody come to us and let's say they were flying from all over the world. They'd come into my office and there I am in bare feet, and they'd be looking because they think that there's going to be this doctor that they're going to come in and he's going to be and then it comes in and it's just me. First they get over the shock, and then we bring down the thunder and show them what we can do. And the rest is just bullshit. It's bullshit. Okay? I'm not wearing a tie. I'm not going to wear a suit. I'm not going to wear all white to tell you I'm pure, because I'm not. Okay? I'm having fun, and I'll get it done. But I'm going to have fun the whole time. And I don't care what anybody thinks, because anybody that wants to live and be their authentic self, you'll have the majority of the population against you, because you make them feel uncomfortable. When's the only time that somebody doesn't like you? When your beliefs don't match theirs. Yes or no? Come on. Answer me.
Yes.
And I don't mean answer me. I meant answer me because I need you to get this. So guess what? Do you want to be the majority? No. Do you want to find your authentic true self and never have to count on anyone to tell you how good you are, because you already are, baby?
Yes.
Okay, then guess what? Then get ready for the looks. Get ready for the little, you know? Who does she think she is? She thinks she's better than us. She thinks she's better than us because she just wants to live her authentic self, because it was raped, stolen from her when she was a child. You're going to have to watch the way you talk when you go home. And your husband does not like you talking high vibrational. When we have a conversation, you're always talking low vibrational to me. And you're always talking about how painful your life is without telling me. Oh, yeah. How does it feel that your life is painful and you don't feel that your husband has actually loved you and respected you like you want? And nobody knows that it's you except for the rest of the people here, and we're all friends, right?
Yes.
And you know it's true. Yeah. Yeah. You need to just say, I love you, sweetheart, but don't treat me like this anymore. It's amazing how men will just treat their women, and their women will put up with it. Why? Because you're a good girl. How old are you?
61.
You're in your 60s and you're a good little girl still. You're your daddy's good little girl. You're not going to start a fight. You're not going to try to change him. But you're going to ask him to give you the respect that you deserve. And just look him in the eye and say, do you love me? Oh, yes, I do. But do you love me and respect me? And you better say that to him. Do you want to find your authentic self?
Yes.
Really? How badly? Badly enough to make sure that you check and see if you've got your ovaries and ready to stand in your power? Your feminine power? I'm serious. Healthcare is fraudulent. It's not healthcare at all. And it's none of my business. It's none of my business what people do. The drugs they take, the pieces they chop out, because they can't chop out enough of their sinner syndrome or their I'm dirty, I'm disgusting, right? Have we all been made to feel dirty and disgusting, and our parents didn't mean to do that, but they did because they felt dirty and disgusting, right? Because that's what we are, dirty, disgusting, useless eaters. And I am not. I'm a high vibrational being that was created by God Almighty, and I'm going to act like it, and I don't give a hoot what anybody thinks about me. If everybody on my platforms wants to go right now, go. And you know, people actually come on my platform and they think it's theirs. You're on my platform. Why'd you come on here if I upset you? You don't come on my platform unless you want me to test you. I want people to test me. I want people to test me every day. I want to look for people that vibrate higher, okay? People that have done what I want to do. I don't want anything else. Is it okay if I mind my own business and I look for people that have already forged the way I want to go? That's it. I don't want to do anything else. Every day I want to change by 1%. Every day I want to know that I'm going to do something that I am risking a little and I'm excited a lot. And if you're not willing to risk, guys, if you're not willing to risk to stand in your truth, and you know, you can stand in your truth without telling somebody what you think of them. You don't have to do that. Mind your own business. And the only time that you get upset at somebody because of the way they might be is because you've been using them as a nipple. And you want the flavor of the milk to be sweeter. When you should be feeding yourself. It's all about the love, isn't it? How desperate are you for love from your husband, from your wife, from your children? How many dogs do you need and cats? The world's desperately searching for love, and they've got us to look outside of ourselves. It's an understanding. Healthcare will always be poisoned because healthcare is actually, and the doctors, the so-called doctors, are corporations now. And they've been doctoring us up, haven't they? And setting us up. So everybody's going to have a really rude awakening in the next few weeks to a few months. A real rude awakening. We'll have all been set up financially and with our health. And I'm not trying to scare people. I'm trying to tell people I'm not asleep. And right now I've told all my kids, we're building a place here for you. Because anywhere you can be where they can turn off the hydro, where they can shut the supermarkets, or when they close the banks down, you get your butt down here. Because we got avocado trees, we got lemon trees, we got coconut trees, we've got fishing poles, we've got fresh water. Okay? The safest place in the world is Mexico. And the best food too. No GMOs, except for the GMO corn that we try to sneak across the border to poison the Mexicans with. I couldn't love this planet anymore and know that all this corruption's going on, because that's the game. You will love your life when you have honor and respect for yourself and you know how to do a Braveheart contract, Tim. What is your life going to look like? Where do you want, where can you be? Where do you feel safe? Where will you feel loved? Where can you shine your light? Where can you do your passion and purpose and every day rock it? I'm not going to put myself in harm's way, and well, I do. People think I'm putting myself in harm's way the way I talk, but the reality is you know what? I just decided, what am I going to do? Is it all about the money and just talk about products, pitch my therapies, or is it really, or am I really a universal being and I care about people? And you're going to put yourself on the line and you're going to try to wake up people. But see, the reality is you can't do this with your friends and family because they will just come right. You see, I can do it on here. And guess what? 1 out of 1,000 maybe people are going to go, wow, I get it now. And the other 999 are going to go, what a whack job. And I'm okay with that. I always want to be a whack job on this planet. If I was accepted by the majority, I'd be miserable. You think about that. If I was accepted by the majority, I'd be miserable and I'd be sick. I know where I stand. All right? And the religious people think that I'm going to go to hell or something's going to come and get me. Okay? And then the people that think I'm trying to hurt their business, he'll get his. I'm not trying to get anybody. I thought we loved ourselves. I thought we loved each other. I thought we were human beings. Why are we spilling all this blood? Why is it that you can pay a human being? How much would I have to pay you, Rose, to hurt another human? Because most human beings, you can pay them to do that. And didn't COVID teach us that? Didn't we hear enough? I'm just doing my job. I have a mortgage. I got to put food on the plate. So I'll do whatever they tell me to do. Here we go again. Just a few weeks from now to a few months from now, we're going to be right back into it. We'll find out if anybody's learned anything. We'll find out if anybody can find unconditional love for themselves and then shine that light and show others that you're not going to threaten them. We'll find out. And I don't care. Nobody's going to threaten me. Oh, but go ahead and do it. I answer to only one, and that's my Creator. I don't answer to anybody else. I never will. And that's it. I talk like this because it's getting closer. This time, guess what? It's not slow, guys. You're going to wake up one morning and go, what the? You're going to. Just make sure that you stay connected to your breath, a slight smile, and then go look at your contract right away. Do not lose yourself. Stay connected to yourself. All they need to do is get you to crack up. All they need you to do is to have so much anxiety that you turn on yourself and your family. That's the game, isn't it? Isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And guess what? The majority of human beings are going to be part of the plot. Why? I'm just doing my job. Well, guess what, everyone? Don't be offended, but I'm just doing my job. So don't come on here when I'm telling you to love yourself, okay? Care for yourself, and to start writing a Braveheart contract. Something. Write the way you want to see your life, okay? This isn't selfishness. If you're not selfish enough to know how to look after this God-given vehicle and how to harness your emotions so they work for you and not for them. All right? I'm not turning back. I'm going to live a long life, but guess what? I'd rather live one more day being me than kissing the ass of the majority. And I'm not doing it. And I'm not upset. I'm just letting everybody know I'm not doing it. I'm not playing into it. It's never going to happen. Anybody that wants to find their authentic self, that's my passion, that's my purpose. I want no followers. And that's, guess what, guys? That's why we're in trouble. We all have followers. Because you all have decided to join some organization or some religion. And I'm not telling you not to be part of an organization or a religion. I'm trying to tell you, but you better make sure that, guess what? You're not conforming to their norm and you're looking for your authentic self. Because in every religion, there's beautiful, strong beliefs. In every organization, there is. But you don't shape yourself around anything. You don't shape yourself around our Braveheart Nation. You use Braveheart Nation and the tools to find yourself and then go create your own. Go and take my stuff and when you're walking out the door, say, Daryl, thanks a lot, but I'm going to do better than you. And I mean it. You go out there and you do better than me. You take my books, you take my videos, you take all my information, take my name right off and take it all and make it your surfboard. It's taken me 45 years, okay, to do this. I would like you to have it all in 45 days. Why? Because that's the only way we're going to have this world put together. Why do you think that they got us all to believe this? If you wrote something, put copyright on it so your brothers and sisters can't take it and utilize it so they can use it for their own success. I own nothing. I can only own the present moment, where my personality is, in the present moment. It's the only place you can heal. It's the only place you can feel. You can't feel in the future and you can't feel in the past. And they don't want you in the present moment because you're in the present moment. You own it. They can't control you. Why do you think they're starting all these wars? It's for your entertainment. And I am not entertained. You hurt one person and I'm not entertained. You go and join someone's army to go hurt someone. I am not entertained. Thank you. And there is no one to hate out there. And the only people that hate people out there are the people that hate themselves in here. And that's it. And I don't really care what people say. They can get on here and blah, 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 blah. They can scream, they can yell, they can holler. The reality is guess what? If we don't rebel, they'll lock us in this hell. And as long as I'm rebelling, I'm in my heaven. Because I have a purpose. And I'm in the present moment, and I'm very clear of thought. The only people that aren't clear of thought are the people that fear the future or they have guilt from the past because they're in some kind of an organization that says that you're unworthy. I'm not unworthy of anything. And as long as you're unworthy, you can't write a contract, Tim. Did you notice that? As long as you're unworthy, you'll never be able to write your Braveheart contract the way it needs to be to actually fulfill your mission. And your mission is not to save yourself, but to change yourself and rise and stay there. Your job is not to go out and change people, but to show people that you can change. Did you get that? All right. I'm proving it. I just made all my courses for the whole world tour approximately 30 to 35% cheaper. Why? Because everybody's getting jammed up the butt. Food's gone up, gas gone up, mortgage gone up, rent's gone up. And guess why? It's to choke us. And it's to stop me from living my passion and purpose and doing my course, my world tour. Well, I'm not stopping. If it means that I have to kiss the prophet goodbye and we just break even, then I'm going to do it because we're not breaking even. Because guess what? The biggest glory you're ever going to have is to find your passion and purpose and then share it with your brothers and sisters. You think about that. Thanks for joining us.